Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Archangel Raphael Healing Tarot reading. This reading is intended for those of you who are in the emotional struggle right now, and it could be for a number of reasons. It could be job loss, it could be a challenging relationship. Maybe some of you are mourning a passed on loved one. I'm going to pull a lot of cards in this reading to try to address every situation, and Archangel Raphael has led you to this reading because he sees the pain in your heart, and he wants to help ease that and heal you and bring you into understanding. So we're going to start your reading off by pulling some chakra cards and see which chakras are most impacted right now. And it could be all three. I'm going to pull three cards. It could be all three that come through, or just one, or maybe two. Let's see here. So we have the root chakra with family. So right away, some of you, this pain that you're experiencing has to do with connections to your family members. And, you know, this could be fighting, this could be disagreements, this could be somebody who's transitioned, this could be, you know, loss of jobs. There's just a lot of crazy going on in the world right now. So Archangel Raphael is addressing the root chakra, which is all about your stability and security. Some of you may feel as though the rug has been ripped out from underneath you, and that could just be in your own life, or it could be directly attached to somebody you consider a family member. So that's the first chakra, the root. The second one coming out is the solar plexus chakra and creativity. So there's a lot of fear-based energies going on within you, feeling very disempowered. Kind of maybe helpless, sad, a bit jaded. And also with the solar plexus, this can talk about some of you who are having a big struggle with a romantic situation in your life, whether it's currently present or this is a situation you are separated from with the sacral. So you start with the root and then you go to the sacral. So your first two chakras are definitely out of balance and experiencing some distortion as you are trying to work through these emotions. And now we have the root chakra again, so we have balance. All right, and I just want to make sure those aren't glaring on you. All right. Rue Chakra Sacral, very straightforward here. It's the first two chakras, which has to do with your stability, your security, you know, even for some of you, your health, okay, you could not be feeling very well, and I don't think like you have, you know, a sickness. It's just the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the heavy emotions are really taking their toll, and you may be feeling a bit fatigued. And, you know, the more that you give into the worry, the anxiety, repeating, you know, thoughts and different emotions, which is very natural when you're hurting. Believe me, I know I get stuck there too. It really perpetuates that energy and makes it feel even bigger than it is. And so Archangel Raphael is trying to come in and help soothe you and calm you and rebalance your energy so that you can receive that higher guidance and bring you out of like a place. I feel a lot of anxiety and worry around you, you know, and it's impacting those first two chakras. And if your first two chakras are really out of alignment, then the rest of you is going to be out of alignment all the way up, meaning you feel very disempowered at the solar. Your heart may be feeling hardened, or you may be feeling a bit jaded at the throat chakra. You may have lost a sense of your purpose, or you feel like you can't speak truth, or there's a lot of things that have been suppressed, or a lot of things that you can't say. You go up to the third eye, a big distortion about the energies around you and what's really playing out, you know, because the emotions are on overdrive. So they are in control right now rather than the logic and the reason and sensing out the true energies. And then you go up to the crown and you can't receive that higher guidance. So Archangel Raphael has heard your call and is coming in so strong to help you out right now. And, you know, he was instrumental for me on my healing journey. He's powerful. Pray to him, meditate, and connect to him. You know, however you do your thing, do it with the intention of pulling him into your life, and he will work miracles for you. I promise. He is an amazing healer. All right, let's pull some dark mirror cards and see some of the emotions and distortions that you are experiencing, you know, due to the out of balance that you have at these first two chakras. Okay, so we have artificial heart, your heart chakra also being quite impacted. And again, this is where you could be becoming very hardened, very jaded. Next is perchance to dream. So feeling as though the rug has been ripped out from under you, a lot of uncertainty about the future. And lastly, we have, is this me? And so there's a lot of shock coming through for some of you. And shock is not easy. You know, when you are in shock about something, whether it's something that's happened, something that is said to you, it's debilitating. You know, you are kind of in like this stunned, fuzzy state where you're trying to process. And, you know, for some of you, I do feel this goes much, much deeper than I can possibly truly touch on in a general reading. Some of you, just with these cards here, the dark mirror, I know this is really painful, sensitive time. And, you know, is this me feeling incredibly just shook and stunned and like unable to move? Like, what do I do? Or how could this have happened? And just like feeling like a lot has been ripped away from you. And again, that would go back to why, you know, the heart is hardening and you're feeling very jaded, and Archangel Raphael coming in swift and strong to try to counteract the process and pull you back in, pull you up to the light, bring you the healing that you need. And through that healing, you know, greater understanding does unfold. So let's look at some tarot. Six of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, so we got some fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, King of Pentacles, some earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Nine of Pentacles, and Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you guys have pretty much all Pentacles energy coming through, with the exception of this Queen of Wands. I'm just trying to get all the glares off for you guys. All right. Okay, looks good. So you could be an earth sign or a fire sign, or, you know, part of the person involved in this, for those of you where this is a family connection, and family could even include friends, you know, they're very close to us, right? And then also some of you, a romantic connection, they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, they could be earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or the opposite could be true, and you could be like an earth or fire sign. But what I'm seeing here is, you know, somebody who has a very strong temperament and, you know, was selfish and really betrayed you and hurt you, okay? Because even though I don't read cards reversed, just based on what I see up here, I understand that, you know, this Queen of Wands, and this could be a friend, family member, co-worker, romance, boss, you know, or, you know, perhaps a stranger, just depending on your different circumstances, who is very selfish to you and took from you. Six of Pentacles, instead of being there, they took from. They weren't honest, you know, and that left you holding the bag. And you might have a lot of expenses right now, you know, with all these pentacles. For a lot of you, this is involving money. You might have a lot of expenses through this Nine of Pentacles, and you don't feel like you have enough with the Four of Pentacles, or somebody really leaving you high and dry, kind of stabbing you in the back, leave you holding the bag. And that's, you know, part of this heavy energy. Like, what do? I can't believe that this is happening to me. This is so unfair. It's really heavy and intense for some of you, okay? And now for others of you, I'm going to kind of look at this from a different angle, where, you know, multiple people in your like family or what you are connected to have been impacted in a negative way. But I see you guys kind of like coming together, but a lot of injustice going on in these cards, you know, especially with the dark mirror. Ooh. But the flip side of this, the healing, the process forward, is there is resources that are going to come into you, that are going to be offered to you. There may be two people that are very instrumental in helping you, you know, with whatever you need. And this could be, you know, you applying for a job, or, you know, networking with certain people, which brings you a lot of success, and it switches that energy of lack, of not having enough, of somebody being very selfish. So for some of you, there are two people that are coming through quite strong. They're going to be instrumental in helping you get back on your feet. For those of you that this is financial, okay? And those of you where this is more of like a relationship type of connection, you know, it may be time to really evaluate certain connections in your life. And, you know, when things get really hard and challenging, that's when people's true colors come out to play, right? And you see them for who and what they are. And this is just so heavy. And then down, we come down here, and it's like, you know, whoever else is involved in this with you is treating it far more casually than what you are experiencing and what you're going through. So I'm going to pull some cards for those of you where this is, you know, passed on loved one, where you are really mourning their loss and you're feeling a lot of pain. And then, you know, for the rest of you, this could be a passed on loved one coming through to try to offer some advice and guidance and healing through this, you know, emotionally challenging time. Spiritual gifts. You are spiritually gifted, and it's time for you to fully awaken your abilities. That aspect of yourself is going to become much more significant in the months and years ahead. Now, before I did Archangel Raphael, I did an Archangel Raphael reading, which is all about awakening to your spiritual gifts. And so, you know, some of you, this is absolutely what's taking place, and you're going through a bit of a rapture here, where you're starting to really see the difference between, you know, the light energies and the dark energies, and, you know, any person you're dealing with, their true intention, seeing where they operate from. And just because somebody operates from more of these shadow-based energies doesn't mean that they're a bad, evil person. It's just their experiences in their life have kept them in that lower vibration. And in that lower vibration, you can only be and offer that energy in which you exist. And, you know, you don't really see above and beyond that circumstance. So looking at it from that perspective will help you understand, okay, that's their energy, that's who they are. And I don't vibe there, I vibe up here. And that's why there's this huge conflict. And every time I try to interact, join, help, you know, heal, love this person, it's deflected. Some people get so used to their own misery that they prefer to stay in those lower vibrations, and all they'll ever do is pull you down into them, okay, with them. And now, you know, with the spiritual gifts, many of you, you're having this awakening where you're going to really notice the difference between somebody who is operating from lower frequencies opposed to somebody else who just naturally vibes higher in another place. So spiritual gifts, you are awakening to them. Archangel Raphael wanting to help heal you, you know, do this purge, rebalance your energies, and you become anew so that you start walking down a different path. And remember, where you vibrate right now energetically, that's the opportunities that you see for yourself. But realize there are higher frequencies above where you are at right now, and you can vibe into any one of them. And as you vibe up and up and up, new opportunities, new ideas become available to you because you can see them in these higher vibrations, whereas down here you cannot. Next is your eyes. I love seeing the world through your eyes. I love how beautiful the world looks and how divinely you perceive those you love. Your eyes are wondrous and beautiful, whether looking into them or looking through them. So passed on loved one, giving recognition and honor to you. And when you are in a really good high vibing place, the way that you look upon those people and things that you love is, you know, out of this world, because your passed on loved ones, they can see through your perspective. They can understand and feel what it's like to walk in your shoes while you are embodied, and they are acknowledging that big time. So you are truly never alone. And when you are loving and you're in joy, what you see through your eyes is just magnificent to them. And also, an acknowledgement of how beautiful your eyes are to look into as well. Next is blessings. I often leave little blessings for you to find. I love your joy when you discover them. So passed on loved ones, leaving little blessings of magic here and there along your path, along your journey. And again, back to your eyes. When you see it, when you discover that magic, your joy, the energy that bursts from you is intoxicating, and they absolutely love it. Next is the autumn, the season of autumn. There is something special or significant about autumn, or the months September, October, or November. And in a general reading, I've decided, to just leave out the southern hemisphere months. So if you're in the southern hemisphere, it is going to be September, October, or November that's being addressed as some sort of significance as last year or this year. And those of you in the northern hemisphere, the same months, and also again it could be referring to the season of autumn. And lastly, we have water. Water is meaningful or is about to hold great significance soon. I'm acknowledging the ocean, a lake, or a waterfall. So this could be special between you and this passed on loved one, or this could, be something that's upcoming for you, and there's an acknowledgement about it. All right. So passed on loved one coming through, basically just wanting to talk to you about your spiritual gifts and your spiritual awakening, trying to help you connect to Archangel Raphael for the healing that you need, which brings you into clarity and understanding. And believe me, when you really are far into your healing journey, the things that you wanted, or the things that just really hurt you so badly, all the way to your core, it's different. The further you get into your healing journey, the pain, the zing, that heavy edge is no longer there, and there are some wounds, some losses in this life that we never fully recover from. I mean, I've got to be honest, and that's typically when somebody transitions. That's a very painful thing for those who are still embodied to deal with and accept. And, I don't think that we ever fully heal from that loss because it was so significant. However, when we can allow ourselves to go down a healing journey and connect to, the archangels, it opens us up, and we can connect with those passed on loved ones much stronger, and they're actually more beneficial to us in the non-physical than they were in the physical, because in the non-physical, they're pure consciousness. They've returned to unconditional love. There's no ego, no life experiences that are directing and dictating what a person does or says. They are, pure positive energy, and in that space they can project a lot of healing towards you, a lot of guidance for you. And the more that you open yourself up to that energy, the more you feel their presence still all around you. Okay, so some loved ones wanting you to know that they're still with you. They're trying to help you heal and move forward, either from their passing or from other situations and circumstances that you're currently going through in your life right now. So let's pull some heart and soul messages for those of you that are in the struggle with somebody. It could be a friend, a family member, or a romantic partner, and they could be present in your life, or you could be disconnected and separated from them at this time. Have an ego message coming through. I'm selfishly motivated right now. I take advantage and I use people. You are not the only one. I've done this too. So that really heavy energy of that selfishness that we were picking up on, here is a confirmation of that this person is very ego driven at this time. And that's, where they're processing and analyzing and making decision more so than their heart space. Next message is a heart message. I love you, but I need space right now. I'm no good for you in this frame of mind. So this person does have emotional connection and attachment to you, but their energy, their vibration is much lower frequency than yours, and they're more ego driven. Because here we have another ego message. I have emotional baggage and I'm not over some part of my past. So we picked up on that, how some people get very comfortable in those lower vibrational vibrational energies, and they are almost vicious to, you know, the higher vibration of love and healing that's offered, may have been offered by you. They've got to decide to work out their emotional baggage, and don't let this energy and what they did to you keep you stuck in these lower energies. Next is a heart message, and it says, I didn't appreciate you. I'm realizing that now. So there is understanding within them, even though, you know, there's a lot of ego energy, there is a bit of accountability that is starting to unfold. And lastly, another heart message. Our connection is etched into my soul. I just can't seem to forget you. So no matter what's happened here, you are on their heart, you are on their mind, but they have some ego issue that really makes them quite toxic, and they need to work on that. And until they do, it's like you have the same repeating pattern of behavior over and over and over with them. You know, I'm selfishly motivated right now. I take advantage and I use people. You are not the only one I've done this to, and I have emotional baggage. So the reason why I act out this way is because of things that have happened to me in my past that I haven't faced, that I haven't healed. So therefore I act out in very low vibrational ways. And there are moments, however, where I have recognition of my bad behavior, but I'm not ready to change yet. Okay, so you are in their heart, you are unforgettable, but they're just not in the space right now to do the work that they need to do. And by you choosing to heal and connect with Archangel Raphael, that will have a ripple effect, okay? All is energy. So the more that you choose to heal, the more that energy will penetrate them. And it's not, it's a very inside job. And you've just got to trust that as you're focusing on yourself, you're connecting with Archangel Raphael, you're trying to heal and to better yourself and to come into higher understanding and expand spiritually. The vibes that you give off start to change, and the way people interact with you start to change, and that could really repel certain people away from you that are, you know, very entrenched into those lower vibrational energies. And it's also going to draw others in like a magnet that are in those higher frequencies where you now have evolved into. So you've just got to, you know, focus on yourself and heal yourself and work on yourself, because you can't change anybody else. You can only change you. And as you change you, everyone around you naturally corresponds and begins to change. So know that. Passed on loved one trying to help you heal this relationship, heal inside of you, you know, those of you that this is very relationship based. And then up here in the tarot, we have a lot of talk about resources, abundance, and money issues at this time. And you know, some of you could be very well off, and you may be suffering, you know, with a relationship connection. And you know, with the Six of Pentacles, it would be a really good time for you to just randomly give in a way that feels good to you. Like maybe you could go on to GoFundMe and look at some different situations and anonymously donate that way. Or maybe you could send some flowers to some people, or you could donate to the Red Cross. You know, there's just all kinds of different things that you could do. So those of you who are in like really good situations, but you're hurting over a relationship, you may find a lot of healing through the act of giving, through charity, and that will help soften your heart as well. But no matter your situation, Archangel Raphael coming in strong is saying it's time to walk down your healing journey and purge all of these lower vibrational energies and those in these financial situations. Again, I do see things shifting for you, help coming in, and the more that you choose to focus on the positive, the good, and healing, connecting with Archangel Raphael, magic happens. I'm telling you, there have been times that I have been like broken down on my knees, hurting all the way into like the deepest part of my soul, crying out to Archangel Raphael. And, you know, I'll tell you, this is how it works for me is, you know, I feel a presence come in and I feel a bit soothed and I tend to fall asleep. And then when I wake up, it doesn't mean like, you know, everything's changed, but I feel different. I feel better. I have a bit of a different perspective on what's going on in my situation, you know. And if you receive that and then you feel like you're regressing again, just call upon him. He will be there. He will keep you strong. His power is amazing. And as you begin to heal and you just keep pushing forward every day, magic happens. It does. And I would tell you several stories, but you know, this reading is about you guys. It's not about me. I just want you to know personally, I have experienced it. You've just got to keep pushing forward and the magic happens. It does. All right, let's pull some white light oracle. Oh, this is a powerful card right here. This is, I like this because we were just talking about how it hurts all the way deep down in the soul. This is remembering at the soul level. This is you coming into a divinity of sorts, and it's time for you to awaken spiritual gifts, remembering at the soul space. That's past life energy. You're going to be having some past life memories resurface, and this could be of you being a mystic, a healer, a psychic, okay, a card reader, a witch. It's different for all of you, but you're having this deep soul remembering. And you know, unfortunately, the one thing that really opens us up and helps us transform is pain. That's the, you know, biggest facilitator of growth and change in us, is when something really hurts and breaks us down. And so for some of you, these different situations have broken you down for the light to get in, because it's time for you to wake up at the soul level and remember who and what you are, and you know what this life journey is really all about for you. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to science and synchronicities and things that are really pulling you and interesting you that may seem unfamiliar and unknown to you on this life journey. But you'll find as you start exploring and going deeper, it's like boom, 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 all these activations going off, and you remember. Wow. Okay, next out is the Alpha of Alcone. I think that's how you say that. This is about, you know, your energy, your vibration, and also a lot of success and good fortune is predicted for you. So as you know, heal and reach out to Archangel, I was about to say Archangel Michael. He's probably going to be working with you on this journey as well. As you reach out to Archangel Raphael and you start the healing journey, there is a big plot twist in your favor, okay? The magic that I've been feeling and talking about, and it's confirmed right here through this card. And this is alpha energy. So you know, these lower vibrations, you've just got to overcome them, heal, rise into this new frequency, and everything around you really begins to change, and a nice plot twist in your favor. And now we have the spirit bear of 396 Hertz. And this is, you know, telling you that this frequency, you know, different meditations, and there's a ton of them on YouTube, will be instrumental in helping you heal and rebalance your energies. So look for meditations, you know, 396 Hertz, but also, you know, the spirit bear, this is to help you overcome a lot of different lower vibrational emotions, guilt, fear, remorse, anxiety, anger, frustration, and this is a very powerful energy coming in to assist you as well. So I would look up the meaning behind, you know, a bear as a spirit animal or totem, because with Archangel Raphael, the bear, the spirit of the bear, is also with you through this healing journey. And I feel at some point Archangel Michael shows up to help bring you into higher truths and cut ethereal cords when you're ready for that. Since I had that slip up and I was about to say his name, he definitely joins at some point on this healing journey with you as well. But huge plot twist in your favor. You've got to believe, and you have the protection of the spirit bear walking with you right now. So let's see what this plot twist is, this guaranteed success coming through. And remember, spiritual awakening also taking place at the soul. Stillness. So stillness is about healing. And look at that, release. So after a period of stillness, you will be able to let this go and it won't hurt you so much. And Archangel Michael, for those of you where there's ethereal cords involved, will help you detach. And look at that transformation, a plot twist in your favor. And you don't see all the potential that is ahead for you of what can happen, the way things can change. But again, as you rise in vibration, you will begin to see it for yourself. Archangel Raphael and the spirit bear walking with you until you see that for yourself. And now we have embracing, and this is you embracing your present and being okay with the way everything unfolded for you. All right. Beautiful reading, and I love that the transformation is right at the center, right under the card that speaks of it, okay, of a plot twist in your favor. There it is. You know, don't let what has happened to you define you or change you or take the best away from you. You know, the best parts of you, that's your soul, and those are with you forevermore. And Archangel Raphael wants to soften your heart, heal your heart, soothe you, bring you into clarity, bring you into understanding. And I get it, there are some wounds that are very, very touchy, you know, and I cannot speak on that. I get that, and Archangel Raphael can help you with that personally. But this is powerful and beautiful, and I see a lot of potential and a lot of things changing for you. And so he doesn't want you to be weary. He doesn't want you to slip off the deep end. And you know, last year at this time, there was a very painful loss in my family, and I did not think we would get over it for a very long time. And I almost gave up, like, YouTube, everything, because there was a number of things that took place on top of that loss, the transition of baby. And oh, it was hard. It was hard. So that's why I'm saying there's some things like that I cannot possibly touch on in a general reading, and I've been there. But Archangel Raphael is who got me through that, and who made me not give up on everything because of how much pain was just engulfing me with all the different circumstances. And he's here to hold your hand. And I did have my plot twist, guys. I did, and you will too. I know it. Okay, let's pull some advice. Foster patience. It is definitely a process. It is. It is a process. Healing is a process. That's why I say healing journey. Next is to feel your innate sense of truth, develop open-mindedness. And this comes about, you know, where you vibrate is all you can really see, the only potential you can see. But no matter where you're vibrating, there's always a higher frequency in which you can reach and obtain. It just takes time and patience. And when you slip into that new frequency, all sorts of new opportunities and potentials present themselves to you. And lastly, create healthy boundaries with those around you. And you know, those of you that are awakening to your spiritual gifts, that goes back to how you're really going to start seeing the difference in people's energy. You're going to read energy. And, you know, reading somebody's emotions is different than reading their energy, because emotions and thoughts lie, just like words, right? What somebody says. But energy, there's no lying with energy. The true intention and motivation of somebody, no matter what they're putting on, is there energetically. And so those of you spiritually awakening, you're really going to be able to notice the difference between that. And you know, those of you who have been through some really heavy relationship stuff, it could have been, you know, different life lessons, soul lessons to evolve you beyond. And even if your path is not this deeply spiritual one, you're still much more aware of the different energies. Even if you're not quite sure how you're picking up on it, you know what you know, and you need to trust yourself. Okay, so those are your messages from Archangel Raphael. I am sending you guys so much love and light and hugs. It will get better. I see it in the reading, and like I said, I've been there. A lot of just like one bad thing after the next happening, all the way down to you know, a baby transitioning, and it was over my head, and I wanted to just give up. But you know, a year later, life is a whole different canvas than back then. And back then I could not imagine what life is now today. Okay, so just hang in there, connect with Archangel Raphael, connect with the spirit bear, know that you are loved, know that you are protected, and everything will get better. This too shall pass. So those are your messages. Take care.